Chunky Cats, hello. Thank you very much for popping in. Let's go. That's right. Never give up. Never give up. It's really windy today, so it's my day off. And I thought, well, I'll just try to find a spot that's not so windy and just enjoy the day for a while. So I figured I'd go live, see what happens. This team snagging whiskers, how you doing? You hearing me okay? Thank you, Chunky. I appreciate that very much. First one in, too. Chunky Cats Fishing. First one in the live stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. Team Snagging Whiskers, how are you doing? Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate that. Always got to do the sound check, sound check, sound check. Dan SB, hello, how are you? Or is that Dawn? I'm sorry. I can't see. Blind. It looks like Dawn. You're a new name to my channel. I apologize, but I appreciate you very much coming in. Oh, Dan. I'm sorry. So this is actually not very far from my house. This is Dan. Yes. I'm sorry. Sometimes it's just hard to see the name properly for me on the screen. Although I have a iPhone, fairly large screen, I just don't. My eyesight is getting worse and worse. So I've been here before. It's been a while. And this is actually the Intracoastal Waterway, and this is Swing Bridge Park. The Swing Bridge is actually right here, and it's not a drawbridge. It looks like a drawbridge. It's a swing bridge, so it actually opens and closes this way on the Intracoastal Waterway. It's very low water here. And I already see some turtles. I think one might have been messing with my line. I've got bluegill on. I'm going to try that. I just kind of hang out. And you can see it's even windy here. It's just windy everywhere. Windy, windy, windy. I tried different angles. And so if you're hearing the wind too much, I will try to change angles again. Usually there's a whole ton of boaters up and down this waterway, but I'm on the very last dock. There's several docks. I have one here. There's some people fishing on the one next to me, and then there's one down beyond that. And beyond that is the highway bridge, so people do fish under the bridge, and there's a boat landing down in there too. So good. Thank you. At the moment, that's right. We'll see what happens. I've never caught a fish here. And I'm actually kind of wondering if I do catch anything, how I'm going to reel it in because I don't have a drop net. I guess that should be on my bucket list to get a drop net. Although there is a somewhat open area over here, I may try to drag it up on the bank that way if I do, in fact, catch anything. We'll see. We shall see. You never know, as they say. You don't know until you throw. And any day of fishing is better than any day of being at work, I guess. There are actually benches over here behind me. I could flip my camera around and just do the view of the water, but I figured I'd go this way for a little bit. As long as I don't get slivers in my butt. This way here too, I can kind of move things around a little bit. Let's see. Don't touch it, Laura. Leave it alone. Always fidgeting. So despite the wind, it is actually a beautiful day. The breeze is nice, to be honest, because I mean, down in South Carolina, although actually up north where I'm from in New Hampshire, their days have been a lot warmer than ours have down here. Today it's raining up in that area, I guess, but we're hitting it around 77, anywhere between 77 and 80 degrees. It's just very humid. The humidity is starting. So I'm still recovering from last night's fishing adventure. Michael and I went out last night. There's Cameron. Hello. Thank you for popping in. Michael and I were out fishing until, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning, but it was amazing. We had the lunar eclipse. Um, we had, it was a full moon, lunar eclipse, blood moon, and the noises, I kept hearing noises, and I know one was an alligator, but the other noises that we were hearing turned out to be dolphins. So that was absolutely amazing. Some dolphins came through, and we weren't. It's not brackish water that we're fishing, so kind of a surprise. Although down at the Waccamaw River, Wackawatching Landing, the restaurant there, that's one of my favorite restaurants to go to and eat fried catfish tacos and fried green tomatoes. But they had told me before that they've seen the dolphins go up that way. But to be standing on a dock, and we couldn't see them in front of us, it was just, really dark because it was full eclipse at that point. And but you could hear them, and I thought, what is that screeching? Well, it was a noise from their spout. And Michael's the one that determined that's what it was. And then when they came back through on the falling tide, the full moon was now back out. The eclipse was over. So you could actually see them in the moonlight and see their spray. It was awesome. It was an awesome, awesome night. Thank you, T. Sagan. I appreciate it. Yeah, I probably won't be live for very long. So, but I appreciate that very much. I just figured I'd pop on. I've been doing a lot of live streaming with Michael and on Michael's channel. And last night he had asked me if I wanted to go live on mine. And I don't know. I just didn't. Snake River, what's going on? Anything good happening in your world? Any good catches lately? I'm still struggling. I've been on a bowfin run though lately, I should probably know, but so I didn't go down there. I could go down there. I wouldn't be able to go live down there. I don't have signal down there, which is fine. I kind of enjoy the quietness sometimes down there, but if Michael comes down, then we can go live and stuff. But I just thought I'd try this today, and I chose the dock that was like the furthest from my car. It's all good. It's all good. I should probably not have my keys in my pocket. Chances are I'll lose it right in the river. Laura. Just been sturgeon fishing the past 5 Fridays since they're hitting good. 36 in total. I need to get back to cats sooner or later. Yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, thought I was moving there for a minute. I don't know. Yeah, it all depends on our water and what we have and stuff as to what we can target. So, I mean, we have catfish here. Michael seems to be the one that catches them. But he's been trying desperately to get me on a PB. But yeah, I seem to catch the gar, which he also caught a gar last night. It was a beautiful gar. Um, but I catch the gar, and now the name Bowfin. So somewhere in there's got to be a blue cat. My time's coming. My time's coming. Jeremy Tournament Cats. Hey, hey, hey. So for the most part, though, I don't get too worried about it. I mean, it gets a little like, yeah, I'm bummed out, I'm not catching anything. But at the same token, you're out here. It's like this beautiful day. I could be doing, I don't even know what. I tried door dashing a little bit earlier, but the traffic is horrendous. It's bike week down here. Um, Although I'm not on Ocean Boulevard today. I work on Ocean Boulevard, and that's going to be a hot mess this week. So just trying to get out of the wind, kind of a little bit out of the noise. It's hard to avoid the noise down here, especially like I said, I got the swing bridge over here. You got the highway bridge over there. But it's out of the wind, kind of secluded a little bit. And we are on the main Intracoastal Waterway, so stories have been told of the monsters they pull out of the Intracoastal. But chances are it's probably not going to be in the main boat traffic. That's where I am right now. Usually this is, like I said, very heavy with boat traffic. So I myself do not have a boat. I'm glad to see the chaps, actually. I mean, it's slow. It's a work day. I'm sure I didn't even check to see who's live. Probably a trillion people live, as usual. But one of the other times I went to go live, and my chat wasn't working. It was broken. Broken chat. When I pulled in here, the typical, there was a man who pulled up, rocking out, having his music blaring, and it seemed like he was like racing to get to the dock because I had walked out here, checked the wind conditions and all that, and then walked back to my car. And I wasn't gonna. I was like, I don't care, whatever, have it. Quit hearing stories and come up here for a real monster. Yes. That's the thing, and that's the same thing around here is you've got to drive. Um, I mean, there's places you could fish. You just got to drive there. And when I go to Johanna Landing, I mean, that's 45 minutes. And now gas is, who, who knows where the gas prices are going to go? It's ridiculous. Redonkulous. Who can afford to travel, let alone work? All these poor people running diesels, and it's going to be like $10 a gallon for diesel. It's insane. Who's traveling? And then with the traffic, and you're in a hurry to get somewhere to go fishing. I just didn't want the frustration today. I was like, no, I'm just going to stay local and do what I can here. If not much happens here, I may try see if anybody's down at my usual spot. But like I said, I don't go live down there. I don't have signal. I don't know why I have signal here and not down there, but it's at the end. Well, this is woodsy kind of too, so I don't know. I got to switch from Verizon to AT&T, I think. That's what I got to do. Well, what I'd like to do, Snake River, is make that trip with Palmetto Cats. I've got to catch up with him, send him a message, I guess, because I kind of been checking his channel to see if he's done any updates. But he was talking about October 21st, and he's doing the get-together on that island that he camps out on quite often. So you can get there. I guess you can stay in a hotel room if you want to. Or you have the option, he'll boat you over to the island and boat you back if you need to or whatever. But I'd love to do the camping. I need to get a tent. Kind of funny because my son just called me asking me if I had any camping gear left up in New Hampshire. I'm like, no. Nope, I have nothing left there. Yeah, maybe one of these days, though, I'll become the traveling Laura, the actual true explorer. It's such a sketchy world out there, though, especially traveling by yourself. So sketchy. Reminds me of the story of this couple. They had their truck and trailer. I think it was in Texas, Corpus Christi, maybe. But they were keeping up with their family. They were doing this road trip, and I don't know, apparently they stopped and camped. I don't know if it was on a beach or what, but they ended up getting murdered. And both of them. So they were together. I don't know if they were husband and wife. I think husband and wife. And they both ended up getting murdered. So even if you are out with somebody and you think you're safer that way, maybe not so much. There's a boater coming through now. Ooh, looking a little sunburned too. Probably get a channel strike for the music. I'm getting struck all over the place. I have, if you follow me on Facebook, I had a little rant yesterday. I try not to. I mean, I just try not to like get all worked up about it. But these damn pedestrians are pissing me off. And so I did a little Facebook rant, and they they took me down, and they put me in timeout. I guess for I don't know how many days. I can't something about I can't post in groups or I can't whatever. I don't post in groups anyway, but okay. So then I snapped a photo of the warnings or whatever I got. It said I continuously violated. Well, I didn't continuously violate. I had one post, but so I snapped a little photo, picture of it, and then I reposted it. So I might get shut down. My Facebook might get shut down, y'all. I'm gonna go to Facebook prison. You can hear the motorcycles. Hey, Fez. Hello, hello. Thank you. I don't know. I want to be positive. You can't catch them if you don't get your lines in the water. That's all I know. All I know. And it's beautiful, and I enjoy this very much. My mom likes to come here, too. I probably should have invited her to come hang out for a little bit, but... Hey, Sunfish Assassin, what's up? Woman Outdoors, hello, hello. I was just thinking of you today, and I meant to go to your channel, but I was too stuck up in traffic. But I wanted to go give you a visit and catch up a little bit. And but I was thinking of you today because of the potty house, which I'm gonna order. I gotta order one, little pop-up potty house. Like here, for example. I mean, if I popped one up in a corner or something, but lots of people come through here, and it's a park where kids are. I am gonna go to prison. Maybe get some jailhouse tattoos. That'd be fun. Hey, Mike Cole. 351 in the house. You guys are amazing. Everybody needs a potty house. Yeah, me especially. I have talked about pottying and pottying out in public and having a potty everywhere. You know, the places I go, there's never a potty house. And the same thing would happen with backpacking in New Hampshire in the White Mountains. And eventually you're going to have to go in the woods and do your thing. But sometimes up in the White Mountains, you can't get off the trail because it's so um, brushy and everything, and you really just can't get in there. Uh, and it can be very populated as well, so that's often an issue. Stars are bouncy. I think I imagine it sometimes. I mean, I ask, like people on the boats, and I worry about that. Like if I do get on a boat with somebody and I have to go to the bathroom because I drink coffee. Like this is what I do. I drink coffee, and I think last night out with Mike, while we were out there for, well, he was out there for 8 hours, but 7 or 8 hours. So I must have gone like at least 3 times. Those are some nice bowfin. We call them mudfish. My PB is 11 pounds. Assessment, I should have thought to, um, I mean, I kind of thought about weighing it, but it wasn't something I was targeting. And then Uncle Josh, One Ton Fishing Club, sent me a message and said, or commented or whatever it was, and said, I should be measuring them or whatever, or weighing them for the state record. So I looked up the state. There's my Costello. How are you? Day tripping and lip ripping. We'll see. Huh. Uh, yeah. So I don't know. But they have such gnarly teeth, and I could barely keep the thing on the grippers. Like I kept trying to go over, and they're so strong. And I was like, "There's no way this thing's gonna stop flopping long enough to even get it on a scale." Well, I'm ripping lips, Michael. I'm ripping lips. I'm ripping at least ripping up some. Um, Geez, what am I ripping up? At least some baitfish lips. I don't know. Is that a brain cramp right there? Oh, you finally got a break. Nice. Can you do that anytime you want, or you have to have scheduled times? Oh. Hey, I just read the title. Well, you know how it is trying to come up with a title. Bluegill, for crying out loud, I couldn't think of it. Bluegill. It just came to me. I'm such a dork. Yeah, from the lack of snacks, Mike. That's right. This because you never share them out. Joy, hello, hello, hello. Baitfish lives matter. Yes, I do. Becca, hello. Thank you very much for popping in. Oh, well, at least you can sneak them in, Mike. I didn't know if you had to. Um, okay, back to work. All right. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, at least you don't have to wait until a scheduled break. Is what I was gonna say there. Good thing you're busy. He started a new job today. Same place, different job. So, Buck Williams, hello. Thank you. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. If I can't catch a fish, maybe I can catch a few thumbs up. Maybe I can get my PB thumbs up. Maybe that's what I should go for. My PB thumbs up. DL King in the house. Let's go, Laura the Explorer. Yeah, tell me about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I haven't fished here that often, and therefore I have not actually caught anything out of here. Um, I mean, they're here. They got to be. This is a. It's like seeing the dolphins last night was incredible, you know. So the stuff is in the water. Actually, I was surprised to see the dolphins in the river, but they are known to pop up and through there. Um, Actually, now I'm thinking about it. The last time I fished here, I think I had gotten a lot of, I did get a lot of bites, gar bites maybe. I think it did. I think it did. Miss Becca was running a tournament with John Euler Outdoors. I didn't know she was in there. I didn't know she was running a panel because I don't get to be on YouTube as much. Um, you know, if I'm live and I go live with Michael maybe, but to actually go around and see what's happening, um, I haven't had a lot of time for that. So I pop in where I can, and I happen to pop in on John Euler, so I was live. First of all, I was like, oh my God, you got like 3,000 subscribers. That's awesome. And congrats to them. And then Becca was up there running a tournament on the couch, I think, or from the couch tournament or something of that nature. So that looked like it was fun because they were using kiddie pools. Yes, I think it is. Everything with me is a song, Becca, for sure. I think it is. Yes. So, and last night's chat was fun. Joy was so funny. Cookies. Cookies. Let's get back to cookies. Our conversations are, if nothing else, we have amazing conversations. It's a good time. We had a good amount of people, I think, in that live. We had maybe upwards around 20 some odd people. Not everybody was chatting, but it was nice that people did bring us up and was following along. And Michael had got that gar before we started the live, and then he had an awesome freaking takedown. He set the hook on it, or you know, he cranked down on it, reeled down on it, and that thing just bent the pole. And then it got kind of snagged up in the ledges, so we lost it. We had cookies, Michael. We had cookies. Thank God for those cookies. I'll tell you. I had cookies, and I had to go out to the car to get them. And yeah, the cookies were the storyline from that point on, I think. Well, that and poop. But we won't go there again, Joy, will we? Not today. Yeah. And then, of course, my friend Tom, LG Bass, popped in. Michelle, she's a hoot. She's like, of course, every time oh my gosh, Michelle, if you're listening, and sometimes she is listening, even though she's not chatting, much like my friend Becca does. But Michelle, I ate before I came. So I ate this morning. I had a Power Protein bowl, and then I actually stopped and got a sub and ate 3/4 of the sub before I got here. So I'm good. I did eat substantial. BLTs. I love them. Chrissy Brown, how are you? Mike Costello went back to work. He was popping in, popping out. No cookies for me. You share your Sour Patch Kids, and maybe I'll share a cookie. I don't know. If we ever do catch up to go fishing with you, Michael, I just know it's going to be a snack fest. We will have snacks on hand. Mmm, BLTs, yes. Yep, I like mine. And this, I used to always do Subway. But then for some reason our Subway here, I went in one time to order one. She goes, "Oh, we don't make BLTs anymore." I'm like, what do you mean you don't do BLTs anymore? Like that was a staple sub. And I mean, really, if you're gonna just make a veggie sub and put bacon on it, same thing. So I don't know what happened there, and I didn't bother. I actually stopped in there to pick up a DoorDash, and I didn't even bother asking because I've been going to. Ours is called Firehouse Subs, and they're really good. They aggravated me today though because I tried to call ahead, and they disconnected me twice, and so finally I drove over. Disconnect me, I'll show up at your door. Sour Patch Kids. Unshareable snack. Rule book. Oh, we got pages now. Page 1, second paragraph. Oh, that's a riot. Yes, Firehouse Subs. Yeah, and I like mine with the I do the wheat bread. I like the wheat bread, but their rolls their rolls are really good. And then I don't know if they charge extra for the pickle, but they always ask you, "Do you want the pickle with it?" Well, yeah. And then well, last time I got two because I ate one and I was bringing one to work, and one of them didn't have the pickle. I'm like, "You buggers, did you charge me for that pickle? I want my pickle." Speaking of LG Bass, his ears must have been ringing. Yeah, I was talking about because when you popped in mentioning my Facebook post, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get banned from Facebook for a while because they actually took my post down, gave me I don't know, they told me I violated their terms, but I mean, what happened to freedom of speech? Like, doesn't that violate our freedom of speech? That you're not allowing me to be free to speech speak. I mean, I don't know. There's Michelle. So that means you have a quarter of a sub left for later. Yes, I do. It's so good. Yeah, it's so good. Chrissy says we had Firehouse Subs for the first time while we were in Wisconsin, and I love them. Yeah. One of my one funny thing for me, we didn't have them in New Hampshire, and I think the first time I experienced them was up in Canada. Canada was Tim Hortons. So Tim Hortons down here, all the rage is that damn Krispy Kreme, which I'm just not a fan. Beach. I'll see what I can do, Miss Becca, but don't tell anyone else. Now you got to retract your message, Michael. Who does that solo? Ricky. You got to retract. Retract. Jersey Mike's. Yeah, we have a Jersey Mike's. I have not tried Jersey Mike's here. Uh, but I had this conversation most recently with Michael, too. And actually, several other, my son actually today as well, talking about the cost of groceries. Like, you used to be able to go and get, a week's worth of groceries for like $150. Well, that's now $300. So, um, it's for me, it's just easier to eat on the go. Facebook can do whatever they want. They are not violating your rights. You are using their platform voluntarily, but they still suck. Yeah, that's right. I guess you have a point there. I mean, it is their platform, and they are providing it for free. So, I mean, those really to complain about it is pointless anyway. And you're right. I mean, we have to hold ourselves accountable for our own actions and deal with the consequences. Fine, Michelle. You're right. Dunkin's, do or die. You know what I don't like? Starbucks. I've tried, and not because Aaron tried to poison me with one. I think I had an allergic reaction to that friggin' to the sugar that was in it. I don't know. They're super overly priced, and I just don't like them. I don't like their coffee. Joy, you've been in Facebook jail 4 times. I can actually see that, to be honest. That's a riot. I don't know if I'm actually considered as being in Facebook jail because I can still use my Facebook. I know there are some people that actually get to the point where they can't use it at all. They can't post anything. But Duggar in the house. I didn't want to renew him. I too am a Facebook jail survivor, believe it or not. So it's not new for most of us. We probably have all been in Facebook jail once or twice. Those of us that use it on a regular basis, anyway, I guess. Ducker, were you in the house when we discovered what the alien noises were last night? I mean, aside from the alligator that was under my dock, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. He tried to eat me. Or at least he tried to warn me that he was going to eat me. But the other noise is out in the water, in the dark, dark, dark water. It was really dark because there was an eclipse. I was going to say a solar eclipse. There was a solar eclipse last night. How cool is that? Ours was the only live stream for that. I got my poles are in a bucket. Usually I'll secure a pole holder, but I'm using the bucket. I actually got another holder that I need to have screwed on, and I just don't carry a screwdriver with me, so. But I don't know if I can show you. I think I've showed this before. I'm gonna ignore chat for a moment while I. Yeah, the werewolves, the mating werewolves. I didn't think of that. I did think about what I say, the wolves. I said wolves. I'm like, because it sounded like the screeching. It's like, what the hell is that? As usual, I think pretty much every one of my live streams I say that. But I mean, you could hear these things, and they were screeching. Well, it was the spout coming out of the water of the dolphins. I mean, the spout coming out of the water coming out of their spouts, and their top water. But this, I actually thought it was coyotes, and I said wolves. Who knows? James Alba, hello. Oh, there you go. Duggar says, yeah, he got in the Facebook jail and then became Duggar Fishing. Fishing. Keep trying, Miss Becca. You can do it. A friend has 5 Facebook accounts. 3 are Facebook jailed. Yeah. So basically, like, the Facebook jail is when you cannot use it at all anymore, right? I think I was just Facebook detained. Yep, that's close enough, Becca. I'm a go-getter, Mr. Mike. I'll do my best. All right, I'm going to just see if I can tilt you down. Oh, because I want to show you this. Dang it, if it comes to it, I'm going to pick the dang thing up. Come on. Oh, maybe I have to do this. Oh, there we go. All right, going down, going down. So, Mike Costello, I'm going to tip it up a little bit. Put this bucket together for me. And I actually took the time to paint it. So underneath here, no, it's purple. I don't know. You probably can't see it. But he painted this whole thing purple for me. And it was really awesome that he took the time. And then he put these rod holders on for me. So this is initially what he started with, fishing with, was his bucket. And he would strap it to the dock. And the purpose for him doing that was so that I, too, could fish the Waka Watching Landing, which now I go there with him. And now he has a wagon. But what I did was, I said, I love the bucket idea. So in construction, as I've worked construction most of my life, I used to have a tool pouch just like this inside the bucket. So I thought about the tool pouch, and I said, this would be great if it had the tool pouch, which, of course, covers up the purple paint. And I couldn't find a purple tool pouch. If I could find the purple tool pouch, that would be amazing. I should probably look for that. But it has all, if you guys have ever seen those 5-gallon bucket tool pouches, they just fold into the bucket. So you got pockets all around the inside, and you got pockets all around the outside. And then what I did was I was able to screw some of the rod holders. There's one rod holder that actually had to screw through the lining of the tool pouch, but it works out really, really well, especially like in a situation like this. So I appreciate that. Hello. We're going to bring you back up. I'm going to tighten you down. There we go. It's a little heavy. You want to kind of keep some weight in it, especially if you're fishing off a dock like Waka Wachi, where who knows what you could get hit in your rod, if you're going to do that. So you want to strap it down and keep some weight in it. And I upgraded my tackle box a little bit, so it's a heftier tackle box, but it doesn't quite fit in there. In this very well, it's real tight. So I don't know. I got issues. That's not new. You guys knew that. I'm going to pull you closer because I'm blind. Wacky Watchy. Purple 2 pouch. Purple. Did I just say it wrong the first time? Purple tool pouch. Purple tool pouch. No, it's hard. That is hard. P&B catfishing. Hello, hello. Oh boy, I'm just going to scroll for a second because I was down on the floor. Ground floor. Elevator open. Going down. All aboard. I was talking, Becca, just recently again about the castle tour. That just, and even though my live stream was all laggy and everything, it was kind of cool. But I was talking about how you made that whole thing. And there was what I have, maybe 3 to 5 people in there, but it was the best time ever. Don't drop me. You know what? That's amazing too. Usually, at some point, I almost always end up having my thing fall over and giving you guys a face slap. Oh, you can post Tom on Facebook? You got in Facebook, Joe? I can't see that happening with you. You need a box of Brad Godville sinkers in the bottom. Yeah, well, I have his sinkers actually, and I have several of them in the bottom. And then I have yeah, I don't want to take it out. It's the whole thing. But I have, there are actually 5 or 6 ounce weights down the bottom, kind of floating around the bottom if I ever happen to need those. And then in my tackle box, I have some of the weights as well. Big Mike, hello. Oh, speaking of tackle, what's going on? I heard that Uncle Lou is not doing his terminal tackle anymore. What's the story? Who's got the story? Fishing trucker. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm here. Start over. Well, you didn't miss anything, so. Not yet, not yet. I was, when I checked the tide earlier, it wasn't going into the falling tide. I almost thought about going out to Yohana Landing, but again, with the gas and the traffic and the travel, and I mean, the last time I was there, I had the snake under my chair. Yeah. So I don't know. I just figured I'd stick around here and come here, do a little live streaming, and then maybe shoot down to my deep dark hole on the other end where I catch my mudfish. We'll see, though. I don't have a whole lot of bait left. I had live bait that I had caught, and Michael had live bait last night, and then we both dumped our bait at the end of the night. So, and I only had a couple of fish in the freezer frozen. Tom says he didn't hear why. I think he was busy with rods and planer boards. Oh, well, that's good, though. Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, I think I just moved my... Whew. Yeah, it's kind of, this old bridge is, I don't even know how old it is, but it is old. It's historic, I'm pretty sure. So when a very big sailboat or big vessel comes through, they'll call ahead, radio ahead, and ask them to swing the bridge open. And so there's a guy. You can't see it even if I turn the camera. You can only see half the bridge. But there's like a house um, that sits on the top peak of the bridge, and that's where the guy sits. That he controls that bridge and controls the swing. But it's annoying as heck because it's the main traffic is down the road, 544, and when the bridge is open, it backs all that traffic up. And the last time I tried to scoot up and try to get in the main line so I didn't have to sit through 3 light cycles, some idiot got all mad because my little, just this much maybe of my car was stuck out in the main traffic, and they decided to whip ranch dressing or some crap at me, beep and whatever. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Miss Lori. Go, Miss Lori. Thank you, Becca. I haven't heard your cheers in a long time. And snacks. Yep, I don't have any snacks today. Well, unless you count the sub I ate. At one of these times, I'm gonna be. I want to say, when was it? Well, I think my birthday weekend. I'm getting nasally. It's got to be the allergies. Um, Hannah, I think I was getting a lot of bites that birthday weekend, and I did get a channel cat. So at some point, the bites got to come on here. I guess it is for the boaters. So I don't know. Until then, we sit patiently, waiting. I haven't been very cheery lately. Just busy. But I've always got cheers for you, girl. Well, I'm sorry you haven't been very cheery lately. Busy's not necessarily bad. Sometimes it occupies your mind. My poles aren't doing anything. I'll swing it around real quick. Give you a view of the layout. So this is a park. This is what I'm looking at. While I'm talking to you, and I keep looking over because I'm watching um, the kids over there. And I'm on, you could see, actually, you can see, maybe, yeah, you can see down here, there's another dock like the one I'm on, and then there's another dock after that, and then the highway bridge is up there. Watch, I'll get a bite while I'm doing the tour. Around. These are, I don't actually, yeah, I guess they're houses. There's a couple of houses. There's a business, I think, over there, too. And then let's see. There's the swing bridge. I don't know how well you can see that, but you can see half of it. And then we're back around, right back where we started. Wasn't that exciting? Not really. But it gives you an idea. I mean, it's just, I like it. It's nice. It's nice. Well, my mind doesn't need occupation. All those voices that there need to be evicted. I like that terminology. That's right. Kick them to the curb. Kick them to. I mean, I can't. I can't talk. I have depression, so sometimes my depression just kicks my butt for no reason at all. I mean, I say no reason. There's obviously a reason that you have depression, but I uh, I battled it actually just recently. No real reason for it. It just hit me, and then. But when people say my life is so great, oh, all the stuff you do, I have to. I have to force myself to get out here and do these things. So that's what I do. That's a real quiet boat. One of these days, maybe I'll come down here and rent one of these jet skis over there. This woman came off the water last night. She had been out kayaking down there at, as Mike Cole says, Wacky Wacky or Waka Wacky. But she's like telling some other people she was rowing in, and they were asking her how the trip went. She goes, "Yeah, I had two big alligators, a little too close for comfort." I'm like, "Yep, that's it. I'm not getting in." They crawl in one ear, then get lost in space. Buck says, I have voices. I'm just glad I don't own a backhoe and a lot of land or pig farm. You always want to be very cautious of a pig farmer. If the pig farmer has more than 15 pigs, I wouldn't go visit him myself. I hate when that happens, Michael. I did that yet. Was it yesterday? The other day I was at work and I had keep sitting on the back of my shirt, it's pulling. Um, and I had a good lunch. I had a nice big salad, my Wendy's salad, and but man, all of a sudden I got really super hungry. And there's a restaurant next door to where I work. It's a what are they? Not I don't know that they're um, Portuguese or Polish, but oh Brazil. They're a Brazilian type of restaurant, and that's what it was. Brazilian coffee, something or other, and they make homemade stuff, I guess. But they have these things. They're like chicken or chicken balls, and they're like a deep fried chicken. And so some of the girls had, and they come in these cups with the covers. It was actually pretty good, but they're getting like $6 a cup. I mean, they're not that good. Hey, Art. Hello, hello. Congratulations on that mega fish that I keep seeing all over every platform, which is well deserved. That's for sure. That's a monster. I have three voices, and they're all always hungry. That's my issue. Is that I oftentimes, especially now I'm back to smoking. I am back to smoking, and I was doing, and I was like, I'm not gonna go back to smoking this time. And it was like, no sooner did I start this job, and I'm like, ah, what the hell. But I do enjoy it when I'm out here. I don't. I just there's times that I don't enjoy it, so I don't know. I'll probably quit again. And already just with this new job, and and going back to smoking, I've already lost like I don't even know, 20 pounds almost. It's crazy. So it also deters between that and my coffee. It deters my appetite, I guess. Except for last night where I wanted cookies. I was hungry. I think I'm actually nearing the bottom of low tide. It's getting pretty low. I can see the roots of these trees over here. Yeah, that fish was huge. How'd you even pick it up? Thank you. LOL. Sorry. No, don't be. I was just razzing you. I'd be putting it all over the place too. Although I don't do the TikTok anymore, but I still, and actually I don't even use my Instagram. I have a lot of photos I should be putting up on my Instagram, but I pretty much, I try not to run, and I just cleaned up my Facebook because my profile is just all YouTube, 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 and I really try not to run the same stuff on all my platforms, which a lot of people do, and that's what they're doing, and it works for them. That's fine because they've got their Instagram, their TikTok, their, what's the other one? Twitter, and but it all runs the same stuff. So you know you see the same stuff in every one of them. Um, I don't know. So generally, in my Instagram, I just put my favorite photos or whatnot up there, or things that I just want to share. But generally, try not to do the same, thing over and over. And my YouTube sharing the link, I don't know if that really works, sharing out my link or somebody else's link, or I don't know. Because you guys see it. It's on YouTube. You see. I didn't share this one out. You guys found me. Here I am. What's a tweeter? Twitter. I don't know. I don't even know the purpose of Twitter. Actually, I mean, here I just got in trouble with my Facebook post. If I had posted that on Twitter, I probably could have gotten away with it. I don't know. We just started the group one on TikTok. Nice. I'm here for the pizza. That's right, Michael. Pizza, typically you're not going to see me with unless I'm fishing with Mike Costello. Then I might get pizza. I never get notifications for any community tab posts on my phone. Only videos or live streams, not sure why. Yeah, that might be something in the settings of that. I don't know if you go to those channels or those groups, and maybe it's settings within that group. Let's see if my lines come back. We can get the wake. The only good thing here is I'm on a wooden dock, so I shouldn't get any kind of motion. Yeah, it doesn't move, this one. The lines will. I'm actually going to give this one a recast because, ooh, I just got a cramp in the toe. It looks like I got really pushed over here. Probably snagged up. Ah, just as I said it. Yep. How did I know? How did I know? I have moss all over it. Give that a whirl. These jet skiers are coming down a little slower. Yeah, I kind of like this setup right here. I mean, the bucket works really well for right here. And even if I did get a nice takedown, it would probably not go anywhere. Dale, how are you? 26 people in the house. Thank you very much. I don't know actually. When was the last time I went live? It feels like it's been a while. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, because I've been going on Michael's channel more. Now every time I'm out, I'm going to be looking for dolphins. I know when I go to Bucksport, they do. They've been seen going up through that channel as well. But they actually did. They came in with the incoming tide and went out with the outgoing. I thought that was really awesome. That's nice. It looks like a little family, a family of the on the jet skis. I think when my son came down here to visit, they were running those at like $100 an hour or something. That's crazy. Crazy. Um, has anybody ever eaten moss or green leaves from the water? I would not eat it from this water. Ugh. I did when I was really little, as I thought that's where spinach came from. Ugh. Did you get sick? I mean, you think about the bugs and stuff that's in that. Our moss, like the moss that hangs from the trees, it's all full of bugs. I ate worms, but moss? Ew. I don't know. I might have eaten grasshoppers, chocolate covered grasshoppers. I don't know that I've ever eaten a worm, not on purpose. I have eaten a spider or two, also not on purpose. We were just talking about that too, Becca, about the different. One of the live streams, it was a while ago, but what's the weirdest, strangest thing that you've ever eaten? And immediately I thought of you because I mean, pretty much everything that was mentioned, I think, is something that you've said that you've eaten. So I think it's funny. Gummy worms, yes, I have eaten gummy worms. I'm a huge fan. I don't know, actually, the gummy worms. Oh no, I didn't like them. Remember that? Because I ended up trying to give them to Michael and insisting that he fish with them. Do you know he obliged me by putting one of those gummy worms on the line, on the hook? He did. He was really not wanting to do it. And then I think it disintegrated. It didn't stay on. I mean, maybe that should be the topic of conversation. Like, what's the strangest thing you've ever fished with? Because I tried that guy that told me he fished with raisins or grapes or he fished with grapes. Try fishing with grapes. I'm like, well, I'll try fishing with raisins. They hit the water, they turn into grapes, don't they? Oh my gosh, all the stuff we try, especially catfishing, we try so many different things that we fish with. Um, I mean, obviously, chicken is one, but the Slim Jims that we know about. But what's some of the weird things? I don't even know. Like the gummy worms. I don't know how many people did that. Probably a few. I tried a chicken nugget once. That's right. And I think that's what you said at the time too, Mike. You were all distraught. What are you doing with the gummy worms? No, not my gummy worms. Those were nasty though. They weren't even good at all. I brought my light in the event that I wanted to hang out here, but chewed up gum, ABC gum, already been chewed gum. My fear too is I'm like, I could stay out here and set up a light or whatever and hang out for a little bit. But for one, I didn't bring my sweatshirt. I don't know why. I must have brought it in the house last night, this morning. And then for two, I don't know. I want to move down to the other spot, but then I don't want to catch another bowfin. I don't want to catch a bowfin. Tom. That's probably not a lie. Yeah. You know, and that's funny because I take that as a compliment. Eddie Gross, hello. Thank you very much for popping in. Eddie Gross was commenting on my Facebook, my Facebook jail thing. I mean, they probably took it down by now again. Because, like I said, I reposted it. I'm sure it came down again. Green apple bubblegum actually works to catch fish. Why does that sound familiar, Becco? Did we talk about that before? Johnny Small Pepper. Oh boy, you listen to our streams, my stream, any stream that I'm in or near. Oh boy. You just never know. Oh my gosh. But thank you very much for coming in. Thanks for listening. 22 people in the house. Let's go catch a fish, catch a fish. 48, 48, 48, 48. I won't tell my story about my 6-pounder again. I promise I won't. It was meant as a compliment, and I knew that. Yeah, never, as Michael will say, never a dull moment with me, that's for sure. You can tell he's fishing with me a lot more, too, because when I stop talking, he's like, "Are you tired?" Yep. I think that happens probably to most of us. I'm like, "Did I get quiet?" Yep. I know I'm a chatty Cathy. I know I am. And I'm not, that's okay. It just means I have a confident personality. I'm confident. I can go out and have conversations. There's two guys in this boat coming up right now that annoy the crap out of me. They're everywhere. That's not true. They're actually all pretty nice. They're all really nice. But you think you're out there at night and you're like, oh, I finally get to have a dock time and it's quiet and it's at night. But nope. There's certain groups that just are out there all the time. Yeah, see, most people are coming through at a nice pace. That one boater obviously was not adhering because everybody else is coming through slow. Bugman, hello, hello. I'm I'm confident that I'm not, or that I'm a nut. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep that chatter scrolling. I'm crazy. I was gonna go out, but tough day. Going to chill and go to bed early. Yeah. Um. That I've had rough. I've been staying up really late. 12 o'clock at night is late for me. Um. And then getting up to go to work. Although I don't have to be to work until on most days. Well, my days sometimes it's 9 or sometimes it's 9:30, depending on the day, my schedule. But I run my arse off all day, and it gets tiring. Um, but like today is a chill day for me, so kind of that's what I was. I didn't know what else to do, and even if I had money, what would I? I don't know what I would do. So I'm like, and it was just too windy. I felt like it was too windy to fish today, although it might have quieted down a little bit. I really don't know here because it's. I'm really not catching a lot of the wind right now. Brooks Pierce, hello. Moonlight Fishing, I love that name. And did I tell you, Moonlight? There was I'm in Myrtle Beach. I don't remember where you're located at, but there was a truck down here I saw, and it actually said moon. Or no, it was a boat. It's a boat that's in the Bucksport Marina that says Moonlight, and it made me think, oh, gee, I wonder if that's a connection there. Because sometimes the Bucksport Marina, I made a lot of nice, awesome friends there, and they know who I am and who the channel is, and I think a few of them have subbed. Um, so I took one of my bluegills basically, and I cut it in half. I didn't feel like lugging. Like I had to lug all this stuff out. I don't have the fancy cart and all that, and I have to walk across this whole thing. So I just only brought the 2 poles. Clearly, it doesn't matter. I could have had 10 poles. It'd be interesting. I mean, maybe like, because I've tried fishing the other end, which is closer to the bridge and stuff, and that water moves a little bit more in that main channel. It kind of funnels through. Um, but that's also where my lines got cut because the boats, they just don't care. They could see the guy, he could clearly see I was up here live streaming, videotaping, and everything, and he just cut right across my lines and cut my line. He didn't care. But that mono, you could hear it wrap right up in his propeller. But it probably just cut it. I'm sure it's not doing any real damage for him, but it's just not worth it. Fishing around Chicago with Bill, hello. Oh, let's see. Ohio. Yes, I do have a tendency to repeat my stories several times. As I said, I'm not going to mention my 6-pound bass. Or my 6-pound catfish, rather. See, I'm back on my bass. I meant to say my catfish. The bass might have been 6-pound. Chunky style. We just had some bad thunderstorms about an hour ago here in North Carolina. Uh, I was room fishing and had to rush off the water. Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at that weather. I think we have those storms coming in as well. Um, but here, it's not supposed to be severe. And if anything, it might just be a passing rain. So that's also what's nice about going. If I do end up going to sit down at Peachtree Landing for a little bit, I can actually sit in my car and watch my rods if I really want to. If I want to. Well, thank you, Miss Becca. That's what he said. Yeah, that's funny. I always laugh about that. That was my famous thing. I have a really nice bass. And the first time I ever said it was, I think, to Uncle Josh, and he's like, whoa. I'm like, I'm serious, and I sent the picture. Uh, and I will say, I'm gonna be off camera for a minute. I never did like puffing in front of the camera, but I will say also that I was really proud of that bass because when I used to go bass fishing, my fish were never really much more than, like, I don't know, an average sized fish, an average sized trout also. So I never really caught anything that big. So I was stoked, and it was just an amazing takedown on plastic baits. That's what I love about the. Oh, what was I using? No, I was using crankbait. Yeah, the crankbaits. Um, but that's what I love about that because you don't get all dirtied up and grossed up with the worms. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I heard Catfish and Crappie Mark saying the same thing about the whole. He doesn't like fishing with worms. They do. They get under your fingernails and everything. It's gross. I hope you guys don't mind the view while I'm just sitting over here for a minute. Ooh, I might have just felt a sprinkle. This is actually really nice because this ramp is a handicap and everything. So people that are in the wheelchairs can get up here, um, throw a line out if they want to, hang out, just enjoy the view. Although it's kind of tricky trying to roll across the grass and everything to get over here. That's the funny thing about it. They don't even put a sidewalk in or a pathway in. This was all flooded last year. This thing got flooded out, and I did a video on that. Um, like this, it looked like it was like out in the middle of the channel, but it wasn't because the dock moved. It was the water was just so far back up onto the land. Man, if I ever get a boat, you guys, I mean, I'd probably be on the water all the time. I'd be one of those people that would want to pack up and sleep out there until the first time a snake crawls up. Then I'd be done. Yeah, I can. This water, I think too, because of the moss and stuff that you pick up from here, the water's just real low. Oh, eyes need adjusting there. Let me adjust my eyes. Wouldn't that be weird if I just like pulled my eye out, adjusted it? Be still my boating heart. Yep. Isn't that pretty though? Does that make you want to get your boat out there, LG? When's the last time you even had your boat out in the water? I mean, honestly. Do you just like hook up to it and drag it down the road every once in a while? I am solo. Yep, I am. Well, sorta. I'm really actually not because I got all you guys. Some of us have to work. Yep, I have. This new job, weekends are a requirement, so I'm in the property management and vacation rental business. So I go in and the cleaners go in and clean the rooms, and then we as inspectors have to go in and inspect all that and make sure everything's set up and displayed, excuse me, properly for the next set of guests to arrive. So, and this week is Bike Week here, and I think next week they call it Black Bike Week. I think. I think that's next. So 1 week after, and then you got Memorial Day weekend. It's just going to be busy. So, and I'm full. I think I'm the only full timer there. Um, Everybody else kind of picks and chooses their hours. Um, but yeah, so working the weekends is definitely a requirement, and getting a weekend off is during the summer is going to be. I'm not going to be able to do that. It's not possible. Over a year now. Woo. Steve from Wyoming. Hello. Just stopped in for a bit. What are you fishing for? Catfish? Yeah, that's my goal. However, I've never pulled anything out of this water. I'm on the Intracoastal Waterway in South Carolina. Down the road, I try to catfish. There, I have pulled the catfish out of the other. This actually flows into that, by the way. This goes down and goes around to that other spot that I fish. But lately, all I pulled out of there are the bowfins. Surprisingly, not the gar, but the bowfins. But yes, catfish it is. Blue cats is really what I'd like. But at this point, I'll take anything. I don't have any live bait on today. I mean, maybe this would be a good flathead. I should have thought of that, I guess. This could have been a good flathead spot. I don't know. That'd be a Mike Costello question. And so LG Bass, hence the name LG Bass, did a lot of bass fishing. And he's from Mass, and that's what we did up there in the New England area, is bass. And we didn't really have catfish, so we told the story a few times. So, but he moved to where he is over there in Lake Gaston. That was his and Michelle's retirement home, and he used to do a whole lot of bass fishing out there. But much like some of the drama that we have in the catfish community on some occasions happened also in the bass fishing real world. So he got frustrated with that, parked his boat. Beautiful boat, by the way. I mean, I've only seen a glimpse of it in the yard there, but pretty nice boat. Michelle will not allow a catfish to be caught off that boat. I don't think Tom would either. But yes, so, and then he now fishes off the dock for his catfish. But maybe we could talk him into going out on the boat and do some bass fishing live streaming. I asked him that before, if I was to come back and visit, if he would take me out on the boat to do some bass fishing. I actually don't remember what your answer was to that, Tom. I don't know. But now with the price of gas, I don't know. So I probably won't run lights down here. Like I said, I didn't bring my sweatshirt, and once the sun goes down, it cools off pretty quick, and I'll probably float my way back to the car, and I don't know if I'm going to go down the other end or not. I have to make that decision. I mean, pretty much I really don't have anything else to do unless I go door dashing. Or clean my room. Nobody wants to clean their room. Well, unless you're looking for something. 3 miles to the gallon. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Well, I mean, basically you're going to haul it to where you're going to put it in, and then we could just float it. You don't even have to turn it on. We'll just float. I wonder, could you just get some paddles? I mean, I could bring my paddle. We could paddle it. I don't know how I would do on a bass boat. I see small water charters. John and Lindy are on there, and they have a beautiful boat as well. And they're down in Florida. And if you have not checked that out, that's a good time stream. They do a lot of bass fishing. Lindy catches them like crazy, but they're always in competition, and it's fun. It's just fun to watch the videos, and they'll count them off. 1, 2, 3 who's got what and all that, and then show you the sizes and stuff. But they stand up on that boat and stuff. I don't know how I'd fare with that. What does boat mean? Oh, it does have a trolling motor. I guess I knew that. Project. LG Bass Project. Michelle would probably appreciate it a lot, actually, getting you out of the house so she can finish her projects. Tony, hello. Laura X. Oh, yeah, I forgot I put that up there. That comes from Squirrel, Fishing with Squirrel, calling me Laura X. I've been called lots of things now. Sometimes I dropped it. I'm like Prince, where I dropped the Laura X and just went with X. My friends call me Lorianne. That's what I always started with, Lorianne. Explorer, Exploree, Laura the Explorer. Just don't call me late for fishing. You break out another 1,000. I mean, what do you can't take it with you when you die. True, Lori, true. I could hear it now, though. Michelle would have the list of rules. All right, if you're getting on this boat, there will be no eating. There will be no drinking. There's definitely no catfish. There shall be no slime. Yep. And vacuum the dang thing when you're done. Ooh, this guy's got a little baby out there on that. I keep wanting to call him a skidoo. You can tell I'm from the snow. So I started saying, well, where are you from? The snow. Ooh, I got a bite right here. Holy smokes, am I going to get a fish on here? Or is it a turtle? Holy shit, I might have to turn the light on if I get a bite. What the heck? Oh, I do see a turtle's head down there, though. I bet you it's a turtle. I just saw his head pop up. Please don't be a turtle. We catch this one while bait fishing. It's annoying. Yeah, that was a turtle. Stop messing with it, you dang turtle. Stop messing with it. Probably ate it. Oh, Lordy, don't be hooked on there. Moss. What in the... Holy smokes, man. Check this out. How do you catch anything when you're, like, loaded with moss? I mean, do the fish find that stuff under there? I'm sure they must. Probably out here it's better to have a float on, just so you don't hit the bottom like that. I had floats on. Floats on, floats off. Try different setups. I don't even know if it's worth casting this back out there. People talk about the open face reels, how you can cast them so much farther. But down here, I mean, Michael uses them. But honestly, where I fish, these spinning reels, I can cast almost halfway across the river. I mean, how much further do I need to go? If I'm going to cast on the other side, I might as well just go to the other side and drop the line. SD Mountain Man, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. And Michael, I pack food and drinks and food. And I eat constantly. Tom gets... Oh, it just bounced past me. Apocalyptic with every bite. Turtle, turtle in the water. Turtle, turtle. If it's not a bother, quit biting that bait and let it be so we can see a big fishy. Yes. LG Bass Paul. I am probably going to sell the bass boat and stay with catfishing. I need it to be super clean to get what I need to pay it off. Yeah. That makes sense. And then you're going to get a party boat. So we can party. Yep. That's right, Bill. Well done, Becca. Well done indeed. That was off the cusp. There you go. Just like that. Just like that. Oh, why haven't you used the John boat? Holy smokes, man. Just looked like it was getting just dark enough. I mean, if I had the funds, I could probably get a boat and a trailer and tow it behind my SUV, but I don't have a place to park it. Oh, I thought that was for sure. I was getting a bite, but no, it was in my pocket. And if you store anything around here, like even in the, my brother had a utility trailer stolen right out of a storage place, because apparently what the people will do is they sign up like they're in need of storage, and they get the passcodes or whatever to get in, and then they just steal off the lots. So they just drove right out with his brand new trailer, mind you. He had just gotten. Good point. Why license it? Yep. No fish in the pocket. Yeah, I think that's a good plan actually, keeping a fish in the pocket just for the backup. Like, oh, she hasn't caught a fish in a long time. Hook it on. Yeah, I did. Yeah. When I was bass fishing in New Hampshire, a lot of it was from the bank to begin with, and then eventually moved to a canoe. I was fishing with a friend out of a canoe, which is tricky to have two people when you're casting. Hi, Cecilia. How are you? Things are well. Things are well. I hope things are well with you as well. Things are well with you. Things are well, and all is well, and I hope things are well with you. That's kind of funny, or not, or not. Ah, I think that I don't know. I think the turtles are just yeah. This one's pulling now too. I mean, but they're here, and the lion's way out there. But oh yeah, we're getting really low. Dang turtles. Oh yeah, and computers are hello. Needy. Computers are expensive. I mean, I've had a few laptops in my life, and they don't last but a couple of years, really. I mean, especially when you throw them across the room into a wall. Thank God it was only a 200 and something dollar computer. I had a $600 computer, it was a nice one, but again, it didn't last, and I don't think I would use it enough. I don't know if that would be a worthy purchase or not. I haven't had the old desktop models in a long time either. I used to have one of those too. Same thing though. They get the viruses, whatever it is. It's always something. I keep waiting for like this massive takedown right now. Take it down. I like the bowfin. Catching those, I mean, it's freaking phenomenal because I don't like catching them. I don't want to. I like pulling them to the bank. That thing flopped its way. It bounced across the water and flop, 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 and bounced across the water. And then I tried to fling it up over the edge, and it just came flying up onto the landing. I was like, oh my god. um, Good fight though, and they don't tinker with the line. You're not going to see the bite. They just hit it. They hit it and they take it, and it's like, dang. That's a steady pull, though. I don't know if that's a turtle or not. We'll see if it comes back. Maybe not. Now this one's going. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Mike Costello, here fishy fishy. Here fish fishy. Michael, have you ever caught anything out of here? I can't. I know I must have asked you. I don't know if you ever answered. Oh yeah, Cecilia. Yeah. Yep, yep. You have. What'd you catch? Blue cats out of here? I was thinking it was. It kind of looks like it would be a flathead area. I was saying that earlier. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have thought about that earlier and tried throwing a live bait out here. I didn't bring my sweatshirt down, so I couldn't find one in the car. I must have worn it. I was in a hurry to get into the house and to bed this morning. Blue cats. Really? So there is a chance that I could get a blue cat out of here. That's good to know. That wind's been, actually, I've been lucky the wind has been somewhat calm, but now you can see, it's picking up. LG by a pontoon. Yeah. Recreation, anything recreational these days. I mean, that's the sad part of it. The life has just gotten to the point where, you know, I just said it. I'm back to smoking. So, but it's becoming where a pack of cigarettes is the same price as a gallon of gas, and the gallon of gas gives you 26 miles. If you're lucky. And then anything you can't do anything recreational, like even buying an RV. It's almost brand new. I was looking at brand new ones, and some of them they're asking $100,000 for them. Are you out of your mind? Then you gotta buy a truck to tow it. Then you gotta pay for the gas. The boat, same thing. Come on, be a fish, be a fish. And if you afford the gas in the boat, you gotta tow it. You gotta worry about people messing with it, stealing it, storing it, anything. It just is. Everything's expensive. Fishing, like the guy said to us down there on the dock last night. Oh, you're not even supposed to be fishing on the dock. Really? Oh, sorry to hear that, Michael. A lot of running, I'm sure. And plus in the heat, like you said the other day, in and out of the heat and the air conditioner, that's kind of how I roll. That's how my day is. Maybe I use boat after season, yeah, when they're dumping them. Yeah. There was a guy down where we were fishing last night that said, I guess Michael said he heard him say that he bought the boat for 2,500 bucks or something. Fishing from the docks work, exactly. I mean, they don't. It can be very annoying, and this one's getting. See, I don't know. I just don't know. It's probably the dang turtles. Come on, fish, come on. Yeah, I mean, I could. I'm probably, like I was saying earlier, I'm probably not going to live stream long, and I may just go down to Peachtree and hang out for a little bit. I'm not really sure. I just figured I'd come out here and do a live stream real quick, and my channel's all full of live streams with no fish in them. Well, actually, that's a lie. Well, no, it's not. Yeah, that's true. My fish I caught off the live streams. So that's just it. If I go down there and I'm not live streaming because I don't have signal down there, I might actually catch something. I have to check the current. I mean the tide. I thought. I mean, it seems appears that I'm going into low tide right now, so I don't know. I just don't want to catch another bowfin. I don't. Thank you, SD, for coming. It was nice to see you. Oh, look at Bill dropping a link. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Becca. I was actually surprised that I had as many people in as I did, being a work day. Oh, for most. But I mean, I had the day off. I'm sure there's other people that don't that don't work during the week. That's awesome, SD. I appreciate that very much. It was very nice to see you coming in. It's nice to see your name come in. Yeah, there's the other thing, Tom. Yeah, exactly. Oop, oop. Come on, man. Just take that freaking bait. I mean, if they're turtles, they're annoying me because it makes me not want to leave if I got. It's got to be turtles, though, because it's not really doing anything. Yeah. Nada. Nada, nada. And I'm sure if I go down to Peachtree, I mean, no, I got to be positive. I know I got to be positive. I actually did, Michael. I got a sub before I came down here. I was telling Michelle. Tell Michelle all about it, huh? I got aggravated because I tried to call them twice and they disconnected me twice, so I finally drove myself right down there. She didn't seem to care either. I'm like, I tried twice to call and you guys disconnected me. She's like, yeah, I answered it and nobody was there. Well, bull crap, because you told me to hold. Then you hung up. Hey, Alvin. This one comes back, that one goes down. It might be the current. You know, you don't want to pick up the rod unless you got a good takedown, but at the same time, even those little bits, they give you that little bit of hope, like, oh, something might be on it. Nope. Oh, is that why you were asking me? Well, thank you, Michael. Burger King. My favorite thing in Burger King is, and the last time Mike actually was going to pick them up for me, and they gave him mozzarella sticks instead, but I love their little poppers. I love the poppers. I love me some of their poppers. All right, y'all, I guess I'm going to call it here and decide what I'm going to do from this point. Cheddar bites, yes. The cheddar bite jalapenos, yes. But now knowing that Michael has caught fish down here, maybe I'll try again tomorrow. I don't know. I'll have to go catch some bait. It depends on the wind too, because that's annoying as well. But I have no intention of being out until 2 a.m. this morning. Although I woke up early and then I went back to bed, but it just kind of put me out for the whole day. I mulled around, did not much of anything, and then um, but bait fishing was kind of out of the question today because it was just so windy. I'm like, I'm not even dealing with it. So I'm just using. I have a couple. I only have a couple of fish, so I was just using what I had. That's annoying me. It's moving, and I want it to stop moving or take down. That's what I want. And I have fished down there by the where you're talking about, Michael, and that current really flows through there, and it probably is a good spot. Maybe at night, especially. But the last time I was down there, that boat came by and cut my line. But again, I'm out here with no sweatshirt. And start to cool down a little bit. Oh, I'm not sure. That almost looks like a gator out there. I know you guys couldn't see it. There's no way you can see that way over there. Oh, it's moving fast. What is it? Is it an alligator? It's gotta be. That thing is humdinging. Oh yeah, he's a humdinging across that water. Probably a duck. All right, y'all. I'm gonna give it up. So thank you very much. A sweatshirt in your car? Yeah, I don't know. I gotta decide what I'm gonna do. I mean, I could pop back to the house and grab one. Or I could just sit in my car down at Walkawachi. I mean, down in Peachtree. I don't even know what it's like down there. There's been a lot of people fishing. This one's moving again. I don't know. Maybe I should just hang out here. Thank you very much, Becca. It's always a joy to see you. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Whoop, let me scroll back, see what she said. Hope everybody has a very blessed night. Prayers and blessings. Hugs and much love. Right back at you, girlfriend. Thank you, Cecilia, for coming in. Paul, thank you. LG, Michelle, everybody in the house. I appreciate you also very much. I am going to sign off, and I will see you down river.